Hi, how are you today? I'm doing as good as ever, and I just got a text from my friend. Sorry, didn't mean to get distracted. It's been 2 weeks since I posted my last video. I pre-recorded 2 videos, and I didn't edit them. As you can see, my hair is a slightly different color. It's orange now, yeah. Orange. Like an orange. And I really like this color. I feel like it was a little more vibrant before. I feel like it faded a little bit, but maybe it's just me getting used to the color. People at school actually complain about, and by people I mean admin at my school, the administrators. They were looking through the classroom door window at me. They did like a triple take, apparently. I was sitting with my back to the door, and I was talking to my friend who was across from me, and she kept looking up, and I thought she was staring at my hair because it was the first day and she was a little shocked. And apparently she was staring behind me at the door, at the window, where two of the admin, they were looking at me like I'm some criminal. They did a triple take. They like, you know how in cartoons, like in Scooby-Doo, when characters peek behind a corner and they like pile on top of each other? That's what they did basically. And you might be wondering why they were so concerned about my hair. It's because I go to a private Christian school. I know, very privileged. I'm lucky to be going to a school like that. Even though I don't really like it, but it's better than a public school. And I've never been to a public school, and I never plan to. But they came up to me and said that I have to re-dye my hair because it's too vibrant. And literally nobody else said that. I asked other people, and nobody said that it was too vibrant. Everybody said that it just looks like ginger. And I mean, this lighting doesn't show the entire truth of my hair color. And it is a little vibrant, but it's not unnatural. So they were just complaining about nothing. Just about me standing out. Oh, you're standing out too much. Your stomach stands out too much. Okay? No, actually, that's not okay. Go to the gym. I need to go to the gym too. Look. No muscle. I look like a bug with scrawny little legs. Anyway, on the topic of bugs, I just remember what this video is about. The Thing. Oh my goodness. The Thing, 1982, I'm pretty sure, is a brilliant movie. It is in my top, it's my favorite horror movie, if not my favorite movie of all time. I love The Thing. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know what it's about, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'll just go over what happens. So basically, there's this science lab station in the North Pole, I'm pretty sure, and it's a group of scientists. The movie starts very mysteriously. That's the thing that I like about this movie. It's very mysterious, very suspenseful. I love suspenseful movies. Less jump scares, more suspense. That's what scares me more. That gets me on the edge of my seat. The movie starts with this husky dog running in the snow, and then you see a helicopter following it. The people in the helicopter, they're trying to kill this dog, and so you immediately get lots of questions. Why are we in the North Pole? Why is this helicopter following this random dog? Why are they trying to shoot her? Who are these people, or her, the dog? Who are these people trying to shoot this dog? Why are they trying to shoot it? What is going on? It's very confusing. The dog runs up to this science station, for research station, and the helicopter lands. The people from that station, they come out to see what the matter is. The people in the helicopter, instead of killing the dog, they just kind of kill themselves, which not sure why they did that. That was a little, it was a little silly on their part, but they die. And the dog is alive. The science people at that research station, they're confused as us. They're like, what is happening? Why were these people trying to shoot the dog? And so they just take the dog. Eventually they put it in a cage along with the other dogs. And oh my goodness, when I say I love everything about this movie, I love everything. There's not a single bad thing about it. The acting, wow. It makes me actually worried. Like it makes me convinced that they're actually going through this, even though it's so unrealistic. Like, there's no way this would happen. Not just the people is acting, the dogs acting. The dogs are surprisingly good actors. Like, when they put this dog in the kennel with the other dogs, all the other dogs, they're suspicious and they start whimpering and they stuff themselves in the corners. They're scared. And the dog that they just put in the kennel is kind of eerie the way it behaves. It's just odd. That's just an interesting thing. How did they train the dogs to behave like that? Another thing that I like about is the ambience. It really adds to the suspense. It's really just so beautiful. That's the thing I like about this movie. It's just so beautiful. It literally brings you to the edge of your seat wondering what's gonna happen next, and you're worried throughout the whole film, wondering what's gonna happen, because it's very unpredictable too. You don't know what's gonna happen next. Their plans change with every problem that they face. Oh my goodness. The ending of this movie is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, but I'll touch on that later. So the acting, as I already said, is beautiful. The sounds, the ambience, it's just wow. The atmosphere, the way it's filmed is also just so perfect. It really has a soul. It has this very identifying character that not a lot of movies have that same character. This is a very unique movie. And it's a lot like Alien, but I don't remember Alien at all. I know that I watched it just because I marked it off my to watch list, but I don't remember Alien at all. This movie is a lot like it from what I can figure out, because it also deals with an alien. The monster that they're trying to defeat is an alien. It kind of has the same characteristics almost, but it is nothing like Alien. It is so much better. It just goes right into my soul. I can't put into words how amazing this movie is. It means so much to me. When I found out that it was going to be playing in theaters, I had to drag all my friends to see it that very day, and they were showing it only once, because recently, well, not very recently, I think it was September, that in Regal theaters they were showing a classic movie, a different one each day, and I looked at the list and they were showing The Thing one of the days, and I knew I had to watch it, because when else am I gonna see it on the big screen in theaters with my friends? So I was supposed to pick my brother up from the airport that day, but I called him and I said, hey, can you walk home from the airport? He took a cab, but anyway, I drove all my friends to the theaters to watch The Thing, and they really liked it. Again, what I like is that, I've said this a lot, it's very suspenseful, not a lot of jump scares. But there was one moment where I actually got so nervous, I literally jumped in my seat, and I actually chewed a hole through the sleeve of my shirt, because it was scary. It was more scary in theaters than when I just watched it at home. I forgot that this movie was extremely gory, not very scary. I mean, it has its terrifying charm to it. It's got a lot of weird bits, lots of, not a lot of blood actually. It's mostly the monster, because what the monster is, it's not really one thing. It's just a lot of organisms that combine together to mimic something, and sometimes it goes wrong and they start looking weird. There was one scene where we laughed, it was pretty funny, where the head off of one guy, it just falls off, and it produces these spider crab legs from itself, and then it runs away, which was a pretty funny part. We chuckled at that quite a bit. But yeah, it's just, it doesn't need jump scares to be scary. It's unpredictable, keeps you guessing, keeps you on the edge of your seat. Very intriguing. I love the characters. So coming back to what I said previously, the ending of this movie is beautiful. What I mean by that, so in the end, I'll try not to spoil a lot, but when the characters, they finally defeat the alien, there's no way for them to call for help or anything as far as we know. And so these characters, they sit talking to each other. They don't know if either of them are infected, and they're talking about the things that happen and discussing and what they're gonna do now. And since there's nothing for them to do, they just sit there in the snow. And the last shot is of their research place burning for like 8 seconds, and then it cuts to black. And that's the end. And that is so gorgeous. The contrast of the blue of the world, the Antarctica or wherever they are, and the orange red fire, just like my hair. That color combination is just so amazing. It's so expressive, and it tells you everything you need to know. You don't need to see these characters doing anything else. You already know what's gonna happen. And so they give you these, however many there are seconds, to just sit there and look at the fire and think about what happened. Like when your parents tell you to go to your room and think about what you did. You just think about the events of this movie for a little bit until the screen goes black, and that's the end. You could literally just put the end at the end of that movie, would not do anything, because it feels like the end. They said it without saying it. It's like show, don't tell. That is one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie. That last scene says so much by saying so little. I've yapped about this movie for kind of a long time, and I hope I persuaded you to watch it. I don't know if I did, but I hope I did, because it really is worth seeing. Most gorgeous thing I've ever most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my horror movie filmography timeline. I really recommend this movie. If you like suspense, if you don't like jump scares, warning, it is a little bit gross, which I don't really like in movies, but this one, it didn't bother me too much because it compensated by, other things. It's like up there with Shaun of the Dead for me. I love Shaun of the Dead, and I finally watched Hot Fuzz, so I'll be making a video on that too very soon. Go watch The Thing, please. When you have free time, go watch The Thing 1982. It is worth your time, okay? So, thank you for watching. I will see you very, very soon. Everbearkins over and out.